Howdy everyone, and welcome back to R&D's Secret Lair, the only place where a Spuzzem like me gets to play Magic with all of you. So tonight, as we do most nights, let's talk about what we're going to be doing tonight. So we're going to draft some Guilds of Ravnica here. Still looking out for traditional draft, didn't see any. I still have this token from when I did the pre-release for Theros. But anyway, so as we do most nights, we're going to open up with the draft. Sort of the way I like to draft is I'll go in, if you haven't seen any of my stuff before, try to find cards I'm missing from the set, and besides that, just try to build a good deck. Ultimately aiming to knock out some of our goals down here. So our goal, I guess, this time is to get white and blue spells. Azorius, not really a thing in Guilds of Ravnica. It was a Ravnica Allegiance guild. But definitely Demir's pretty strong, and we can always go into Boros, so we'll see. Okay, so we are going to confirm the purchase. And straight from the get-go, we have a nice red-white card here. Except for that, this card is absolutely bonkers. Always good removal right there. Let's see if we need Swiftblade Vindicator. If we do, we're definitely going down the Boros route. Let's see. Load. We need a sure. So we'll go back into it. Doing our draft. Yep, we're gonna take the rare. In this pack, I got a Maniacal Rage. It's okay. It's a good card in Whisper Agent. Capture Sphere, okay, removal. 2/4 is fine. Harpooner is also fine. I think we're gonna take the Whisper Agent. Keep ourselves open, I guess. Ooh, there's another card, good card for the blue-black deck. Two good cards for the blue-black deck. I think I'm gonna take the takedown here. So haven't completely accepted a color yet, but it's definitely looking like we're leaning blue-black, along with the No Terrain here, which is just another great card. I like the Poisoner. Devious Cover-Up's not terrible. I think I'm going to take the Poisoner here. I like my 1-mana Death Touchers. If you've seen my streams, you probably know that by now. This card's not bad. Everything else is pretty lackluster. Pass Wall's fine, and Barrier Bones is fine, but Disappearer is probably the best card in this pack. Child of Night, pretty good. Burglar Rat, pretty good, and Cover Up's not terrible. I think I'll take the Child of Night. Just a solid 2-drop in this format. Veiled Shade, another pretty good card. Not too much for us in this pack. I think I'm just going to take the Sergeant. Besides the Sergeant, there's Creeping Chill, which is fine. Trooper, I'm not a huge fan, but it is quite a good card in the format. It's fixing the form of Boros Guildgate. I think I'm just going to take the Sergeant for now, though. Rage came back. Uprising, I'm not a huge fan of, but it may be where we're leaning with what we've taken so far. Again, we haven't sort of accepted any specific deck as the one we're definitely building. We're definitely open to some stuff. I'll take the sideboard. Barrier Bones, not terrible. Blue-black Surveil deck. Neither is Vigor Spore Wolf. I decided to go into green. Neither of these cards spectacular. I guess I'll take the Take Heart just in case. And Hunted Witness, not a bad last pickup. Here's another good blue-black card. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff in this pack, though. Wouldn't mind picking up a Darkblade Agent. Deadweight's great. Notion Rain's great. Chemist's Insight, also great. I think we're almost definitely going with a Lazav, because on top of everything else, I think I still need a couple. Let's type them in and say. Ooh, misspelled Lazav. Yep, need one more and I'll have all my Lazavs. So we're definitely taking Lazav here. Sure, he's pretty good besides that. He's turning something big. Ooh, blood operative. Do I need a blood operative? Let's find out. Blood. I do need one. Okay, cool. Filling out my collection. We'll take him. Other good options here. Beacon Bolt is another great card in this format. If I was going the red-white plan, which looks like I'm moving further and further away from, Guild Mage and Sky Knight are both really good. On top of that, there's also Electromancer for that strategy, and Maximize Velocity is pretty good in all those decks. And Hunted Witness is fine. But we're going with Blood Operative here. Just a pretty solid card. Plus it's a rare we still need. Thoughtbound Phantasm, really good. A little bit of fixing here. Probably not something I'm super rushing into. Dead Weight, pretty good. But I think I'm going to take the Phantasm for now. Giving me a payoff for all the surveilling that I'm hopefully going to be doing. Burglar Rat here. It's my first Burglar Rat, so it's fine to pick up. Not a huge fan of Strands, except for those two. If I decided to go to the red-white plan, Sergeant's fine. And Worm, just big 5/5 trampler coming down. I think we'll take the rat here. Okay, this pack, not great for us. If we decided to do, we were doing the red-white plan, we could think about going into green-white with the Wood Shaper. Recruit's fine, and Guild Mage is fine. Couple things to consider for the deck I'm working on right now. Dissident is fine if I decide to go down green. It's actually pretty good. Centipede and Strands are really more filler. So we're going to take the green. Consider going into that color. Child of Night's fine. It's actually pretty good. Except for Child of Night. Again, mostly just stuff for the red-white deck in this pack. Also, I could take Passwall here, but the second Child of Night's not bad. Radical Idea is pretty good. Lurcher's also in this pack. I don't mind picking up a good big body in the late game. Another Veiled Shade here, along with a little bit of fixing. Shade. Agent, very good veil for the blue-black deck. Nothing for our deck. We'll just take another Hunted Witness into the sideboard. Foragers, fine, gives us some late game, so we'll take that. And heal us up, help us stabilize if we can make it to 5 mana. Sergeant's fine. Spinal Centipede, more filler for the deck, but might wind up making the final cut if we can't find another. Ooh, Hatchery Spider. Except for Spider, which I'm probably taking. There's another Surveil card here. Another Agent, which we definitely would not mind picking up. Maximize Altitude's pretty good. And then in the green-white or red-white deck, another Restorer. Guild Mage just kind of takes over games in the late game, but we're pretty far going off that plan at this point. Let's see if we need the Spider or not. Hatchery. We do need the Spider, so we'll pick that up. Spider's fine. Not insane by any metric. We might even wind up cutting it. But again, I'm trying to fill out collections here. Okay, this pack. Got another Notion Rain here. Dimir Gilgate's pretty good, and we probably want at least a little bit of fixing. But Notion Rain is just too good to pass up. Okay. This pack, not great for us. Gives us the chance. The Glaive is fine. Glaive actually combos really well with Vigor Spore because of the Menace. It means that Vigor Spore is unblockable, which is a neat little combo. I think we got to pick up the Golgari Gilgate just to kind of have a deck at the end of all this. Some great stuff for the red-white deck. We're not doing that anymore. Dead White, pretty good, along with Gorgon. And Thought Erasure, fine. Might even be the removal in Capture Sphere. I don't actually have like any removal right now except for Artful Takedown. So I think I actually want to take the capture sphere here. This pack's pretty much dead for us. Really the only thing, at least for our deck, that's even really worth considering is this Gateway Plaza. So we'll pick that up. Gives us access to our colors. It is very slow, which is a consideration, but I think it'll be fine. This pack, not a whole heck of a lot for us in this pack either. Raiders is fine, I guess. I don't like Troopers, so I'm not going to take that. And the rest is all pretty much red cards, which we're not running. There's a little bit of fixing here. The Enhanced Surveillance is actually really good with the Surveil mechanic. It does come down at 2 mana. Also a Guild Gate here, something to consider. A little bit more fixing. But I think we're going to go with the Surveillance here. Like I said, with the Surveil mechanic, you really want Enhanced Surveillance. It just digs so deep. Couple different options here. Guild Summit would be crazy if we were running any amount of gates. We're not really. So I think we're just going to take the fixing here. Besides that, Devious Cover Up, good option. And these red-white Mentor cards just keep going around. It's kind of sad we're no longer in that that mechanic anymore. I'll pick up Barrier just for more surveilling. I think 2's probably our max for Child of Night. We'll pick up a Vapors. Another Vigorous Foreworms, or yeah, Vigorous Foreworm is fine. Pretty much all cards we're gonna wind up cutting. I'll take the Velocity just because. Sure, here's Halberder. More cards we're not gonna play, and another card we're not gonna play. Cool. So you have 46 cards. So we're gonna make 6 cuts. Like I said, not a huge fan of the Centipede, so we can cut that pretty easy. Not a lot of removal in our deck, which means we might have to run this stupid Undercity Uprising. We're gonna go down a Worm, and I think the Foragers too. Leave Spider in the deck. I think it's funny. It makes a whole bunch of little spider. Oh no, looks for a green permanent. Why is this card so weird? I guess we'll cut the Spider. Let's see, 2 more cards to cut. Probably down to 1 Barrier Bones. It's probably more than enough. And what else do I want to cut? Ocean Rain's great. One more card to cut out of the deck. I really don't like this Uprising, but like I said, I guess it is removal. It's super expensive for a removal spell. Maybe we could just cut the other Barrier Bones. How many Surveil things do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I don't think I can cut it. It's unfortunate. One more card. Let's see. Maybe just the Dissident. I like Dissident a lot, but I think in this deck it's probably our best cut. Yeah, we'll take out Dissident. Not a terrible deck. We do have 2 Veiled Shades, so I think we'll be fine. So there's our deck. Let's switch up our sleeves a little bit. Let's see, what should we make it? Green and black. Sure, we'll make it Ashen. Sounds good. And then as far as the image for our deck, we'll make it Lazav, because why not? It's a pretty cool card. Okay, so like we do like every night now, more Sultai action, so let's get started. Found an opponent, and it is Karn apparently. Ooh, that's gold 1 apparently. That's pretty cool. Okay, this hand's not terrible. We got some Child of Nights, Capture Sphere, and Unexplained Disappearance. We're definitely going to keep this one. Play the land. This turn we play at our child. Next turn. We did not find another land, so I'm playing my Plaza for now. Pay a mana into it. It does kind of suck that we have to do that versus playing out anything, but kind of necessary. So we did find our 4th land, so we'll throw that down. Play our Blood Operative. Get him for 2. Take the opponent down to 16. Pass the turn. Opponent considering their options. They're just gonna draw here, maybe. Opponent plays a Luminous Bonds on our Blood Operative. That's fine. We play a tap land. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Play at our Child of the Night. Not going to cast our Unexplained Disappearance. It is an instant, so we can wait. Opponent reading our card. Opponent plays down a True Fire Captain. Sure, that's fine. We'll cast some Unexplained Disappearance now. Blood Operative. Veiled Shade on top. Yeah, that's probably fine. We'll play out our Capture Sphere. Tap down their True Fire. Get in for 4. Opponent down to 10. Down to 30. Opponent plays out a mountain. Garrison Strike. Double Strike currently. And play out a Veiled Shade. And pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent plays a Loxodon Restore. 3/4. It's going to gain some life. Opponent going to attackers. Passing the turn. Play at a land. Go to combat. Swing in with my Shade. See what the opponent does. Opponent blocking with the Double Strikers. We'll pump. And we'll pump. We'll trade. Draw some cards. Plays out a Legion Guild Mage. Sure, that's fine. We'll play at our Shade. We'll play a Darkblade Assassin. No attacks. Opponent gonna swing him with the team. No blocks. I'm assuming they're following up with a board wipe. Be fine. Yep, opponent has a Deafening Clarion. scout. Play out our blood operative. We will exile the Clarion from the yard. Then we'll play out our rat. Opponent has to discard a card. Opponent's swinging with the crew. They're going to make their creature fly. No blocks. Opponent plays out a 1/3. I think it's probably best that we do both of these. We'll tap this down and kill this. And then we'll get in for 4, putting us back up to 20. The opponent kills our creature. Sure, fine. Down 13. Opponent's getting in for 3, sure. Play out my worm. Pump my rat. Up to a 7/7. Get in for 7. Put it down to 6. Probably leave something back to block the 6/4. One's gonna get in for 2, take us down to 12. Play out a fresh-faced recruit. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. We'll play our Whisper Agent to surveil. It's a land, so that can go to the yard. Since we surveilled, we can take back our Blood Operative. We will. That's going down to 9. We're going to go to combat. Swing him for 6. Opponent has to block. When it blocks, beat their 2/1, and we can replay our operative and pass the turn back to the opponent after exiling. I guess there's True Fire Captain. Card's probably the biggest thing that comes back somehow, and we'll pass the turn. Keep the opponent guessing what's in our hand. Opponent scoops it up. Pretty good first game for this deck. Surveil is one of the more powerful mechanics in the set. Board wipe kind of rough there, but deck's pretty resilient to board wipes. Just puts a lot of stuff on the battlefield. Creature big with the worm is relevant. Okay, not a terrible hand. I think I'm going to keep it. I also hate mulliganing, so not a surprise. We will play out a land, play down our Phantasm, and pass the turn. Phantasm just hangs out. It does get gigantic. We'll play a land, play down our Enhanced Surveillance, pass the turn, back to the opponent. Oh man, now this is out. It's going to prompt us to always have a response. That's fine. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Locksmith, so our little vault-bound Phantasm not able to block. Probably playing the Darkblade Agent next turn, so not too relevant for us. Player Agent and pass the turn. Opponent reading our cards. Plays out a Sky Knight Legionnaire. Probably getting him for 2 here. Yep. So we'll take 2. Down to 18. my turn. We'll play out our Notion Rain, do some surveilling, pump our Phantasm, get to put a whole bunch of cards in a whole bunch of places. I actually like most, if not all, of these cards. Vapors is pretty good. Definitely want that next turn. We'll leave them like that. Draw a couple cards, grow our Phantasm, play a land, play out our Poisoner, get in for 2 with the Darkblade Agent. See if the opponent blocks. Opponent does not, so we'll get to draw a card. We'll pass the turn. Opponent plays a fresh-faced recruit. Opponent getting in for 2. Attacking also with the 1/1 apparently. Making it so our 3/3 can't block, sure. Past the blockers, we will trade with their 2/1. Opponent apparently has a combat trick. Sure, we're gonna kill our 1/1. That's fine. We'll go to our turn. We will cast our Vapors. Definitely want some lands. We'll leave the lands on top. Super board wipe on the opponent. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Draw a card. Draw land, which we'll play. Play out our Child of Night. And pass turn. Opponent plays a Maniacal Rage on Air, sure. Going 2 attackers, getting in for 4. Knocking us down to 10, which is fine. Does opponent have a follow-up? They do not. We'll cast our Unexplained Disappearance on their Legionnaire. Get to Surveil. Cards are mostly fine. Yeah, you watched my channel? That's pretty cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate the support. Pump our little guy. Be able to draw a card this turn. Get in for 9 here, taking the opponent down to 8. Opponent has a response. They're going to kill our 2/1. Sure, that's fine. Opponent down to 10 then. We draw a replacement. Thanks, man. Thanks, that's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Just to let you know, I do have a YouTube where you can check out all the old streams if you don't see them on Twitch at all, which I think everything's up in both places right now, but... Cool, man. Thanks. So we got another victory there, so pretty good showing for the deck. So we'll keep it going, see if we can get up to 7 wins. The art for Theros is pretty sweet, man. Definitely enjoy the art, all the chains and stuff. Supporting the escape mechanic, it's pretty sweet. slow. Okay, found an opponent. It's Jaya, apparently. So, red aggro out of the opponent, maybe? So, not a great hand, but feels fine. So, we'll keep it. Hopefully, if we do have a whole bunch of lands on top, we can move them out of the way with our barrier and our unexplained experience. The opponent is a blue deck. We'll play out our barrier. On top, we have enhanced surveillance is pretty good. Leave that on top. And I will play a tap land to pass turn. Opponent plays a super tap land. We tap down another one of the lands. We'll play out an island, throw down our shade, and pass the turn. Opponent plays the Demir Informant. He's going to be able to surveil a little bit. We decide to keep everything on top. We will play a land. Tap a land to it. And play out our enhanced surveillance. Get that online. Make it so that all of our surveils a little bit better. Next turn we can swing in with our shade. If the opponent wants to block, we will happily eat their informant. Opponent plays an Atrata, eh? Okay, that's a good card. Makes our shade definitely a little bit worse. Especially because we don't have too much hard removal in our deck. Play out a land. Pass the turn. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent plays land. Going to attackers. So we will cast Unexplained Experience. Try to get rid of their Atrata. Looks like it's gonna succeed. Okay, so a whole bunch of lands and a raiders on top. Yeah, let's just get rid of the lands for now. I want to try to find a land next turn, but I don't think I want it to be these. I think I'm also going to put the raiders into the yard too. So just all three into the yard. Pass to attackers. Let the opponent do their stuff. Opponent plays the Atrata. We'll play on our Whisper Agent. Get to surveil some more. The Zov's not terrible. Don't think I need two lands though. So one land will go away. We'll keep one land on top. And the Atrata is good to go. Go to my turn. Play out a land. Go to combat. Attack for 2. See if the opponent blocks. Opponent does not. So they're going to take 2 here. We'll play out our worm. Opponent will probably eat it, but it's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent plays out a land. Almost mono blue apparently. They're really hurting for black mana. Opponent gets in for 3. We can't block, so we're just going to take it. Opponent probably going to exile a worm here if I had to guess. Yep. Down. Hopefully the opponent can't find their Atrata too soon. My turn. Get our Zov. We'll go to combat. Swing in with their shade. See if the opponent blocks. Opponent thinking hard about something. And capture sphere our shade. Sure. Sure. Shade's gonna be tapped down. No attacks. Opponent may have found a way to stop us. Gets to surveil a little bit. Do not need more lands, I think. 6 is about my max. So everything to the yard. We'll pass the turn. So, not a lot going on, but we have managed to move just a whole bunch of stuff we don't want out of the top of our deck. 20 cards left in our deck. Hopefully they're more relevant. We got 6 lands out, and I think 6 in the grave, 5 in the grave. So only 6 more lands in our entire deck. Hand surveillance is also going to keep us from milling ourselves out here. Opponent going to combat. Swinging in for 2. We give our Lizov -2 -0. Thinking about something. Opponent in the tank. Yeah, guess they're gonna take our Lizov down. That was a pretty good play for the opponent. We'll take the 2 for now. No reason to give away our 3/2 just yet. This one shut us down, apparently. Opponent finds a 3/3. And the clock is getting worse. Find a Darkblade Agent, not relevant yet, but if we can find ourselves some, Surveil, this will become a draw engine for us and hopefully put us back on the map. Opponent going to attackers. Swinging in for 3. Gonna deal 1 to our Darkblade Agent. Down to 12 for us. Opponent passing to us. We find a Child of Night, which is not the worst draw on our deck. And we'll pass the turn. Sure. Child of Night. Down to 9. Plays a fresh face recruit. Me. Find a land. This game's starting to feel over. No attacks. Pass turn. We're going to combat. Bringing in with the crew. Sure. We'll trade for their 2/1 here. Can't go down to 2. Opponent thinking over my blocks. And we are down to 4. That's back to me. On a Rhizome Lurcher, but it's looking like it's going to be too little too late. It's 7/7, so we have that going for us. Opponent has the counter, and we'll throw up a good game and concede. Not the best for our deck, but still a pretty good deck. We'll keep it going. Only one loss. We get 2 more before we're out. Against Sarkon this time. Not a terrible hand, so I'll keep it. I hate mulligan. Opponent plays a swamp. We'll play a swamp, play out our poisoner. Opponent plays an island. We will also play an island. I'll get down my phantasm. And I'll swing in for 1. Opponent plays another land. Disinformation campaign. Well, that's not good. We'll discard our vapors, I guess. But that disinformation campaign definitely gonna be a problem. Get in for 1 again. Take the enemy down to 18. Opponent plays a swamp. Plays an ocean rain. Gonna pick up their campaign. And it's definitely going rough. Best thing we can find right now is probably lands. Opponent finds a destiny. Gonna kill our creature. Okay, well, that is a land. Not really the land we wanted, but we'll take it. Play out a rat. Opponent discards a card. Swing him for 1. Take the opponent to 15. Pass turn. Opponent passing. Play out a Notion Rain. Opponent with the counter, I guess. Yep. Opponent with the counter. Get him for 2. Take the opponent to 13. Pass turn. Opponent with the land. Disinformation campaign. Gonna make us discard. Sure. Opponent plays out an informant. Picks up their campaign. Find a land, so we'll play out our land. Play unexplained disappearance. Bounce our informant back to their hand. Land to the graveyard. Pump our phantasm. And then swing him for 2. Take the opponent down to 11. Not looking good. Need to get 3 or more counters on this guy for him to be relevant. I'm gonna replay the campaign probably. Get to draw a card. They have a phantasm too. It's getting worse. Opponent plays out the campaign, draws a card. Child of Night, sure, why not? Found a Lazav, that's pretty good. Player Lazav. No Shireen on top, that's pretty good too. We'll go to combat. We have a shade in the yard that we can transform into if need be. I'll swing in with the poisoner. If they want to trade for their 2/1, I will take that trade. Sure, that's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent plays out their informant, sure. They'll pump their phantasm to a 3/3. Opponent picks up the campaign. Pumps their Phantasm. Opponent plays the tap land. We'll transform our Lazov into our Shade. Auto pain. We'll go to our turn. Creatures. I can't tell which is which. Sure. Whatever it is. Okay, sure. Send it. We'll cast our Notion Rain. Golgari Raiders and Swamp. Well, Raiders is definitely going to be discarded, so we'll just put it in the yard for them. Draw 2 cards. Land, both of which will land. Play out a land, no attacks, pass the turn. Opponent with just all the answers. Mr. Disinformation campaign and gaining them so much card advantage. Dark Blade Agent, sure. All of this, not. And tap land. Okay. Well, luckily for us, right now the opponent's almost tapped out. We'll play our Dark Blade Agent. Swing in for 5. See if the opponent blocks. I'm just going to double block here. We'll kill their Phantasm. We'll roll has a Wish Coin Crab. And is there a follow-up? No follow-up for the opponent. We have a Whisper Agent, so we'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent gonna block with 2 creatures. It's fine. Cast out our agent. Opponent has the kill spell. We're getting to the point of the game where we might as well scoop it up. Don't need another land. Keep it going for a couple more turns, but it is feeling like it is over. Maybe if the opponent stumbles for the next 16 turns, it doesn't play anything, they'll mill themselves out, which is fine. Not too much going on over here. Blood Operative's pretty good. Play that out. We will exile. We'll exile the Devious Cover-Up from the yard. No attacks. Pass the turn. Blood Operative does give us a good amount of time if the opponent doesn't do anything. 2 cards in exile, yeah. Well, we'll leave it in hand. Get the opponent to try to make us discard, I guess. No swing. Pass the turn. At this point, we are kind of just hoping the opponent mills out before we die. It's kind of our game plan here. It might just work, who knows. Opponent gonna get in with the 2-5. I will double block it. Actually, how relevant is that? It's fine. We'll take 2 for now. Opponent plays a rat. We'll discard our forest. We draw a Rhizome Lurcher, so definitely pretty good. Just play it out. It's big old 7/7. Which the opponent might have a counter for, I guess. It does not have a counter for, so we have a 7/7 now. No attacks. Opponent apparently has an answer for the 7/7. We do. Kill our 7/7. Gain 1 in the process. Opponent gonna get him for 2. We still don't really have any blocks for that. Down to 14. We found a Child tonight, so we'll play it. Discard it. No attacks. Given the opportunity here, I'm pretty sure we're gonna double block the Wish Coin Crab if he swings in, if the opponent swings in with it again. Game first. Oh, that was a very bad draw for us. That is almost board wipe. Yep, that was one of the worst draws for us in the opponent's deck. And the opponent gets to draw a card off it. No blocks. We'll take 1 down to 30. Draw a land. We will pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent down to 10 cards in their deck. Opponent finds removal for a Whisper Agent, because why not? Get him to 5, down to 8. We draw. Barrier Bone's not bad. Gonna let us take back our agent. Also, we find a Veiled Shade on top, which is pretty good. We will take 3. Take back our Blood Operative. Lay down our Blood Operative. Exile their Artful Takedown. We will exile it. Pass the turn. Opponent wants to make us discard our island. I'm fine with that. We still have it in hand next turn. I'll probably play it. Opponent apparently has removal for creatures again. Oh, another Artful Takedown, and we're at 5, so that's game right there. Yeah, opponent with the Disinformation Campaign plus a whole bunch of Surveil. That's the one card that we did not have in our deck that really just takes over games in Limited in this format. We do find most of the day, so Mythic in the Skargan Hellkite and a pack and some gold, which is pretty good. So we'll crack our pack. And we find more gems. Okay, fair enough. What's going on over here? So we'll keep it going. If we do lose this next game, we could probably get another draft in before I gotta call it quits for the night. See if we can actually get some wins this time. Arena loading slowly. Oops, sorry. Okay, Okay, we're against the Johnny this time, so if they're following suit with their colors, they will be white. Pet our fox. Not a terrible hand. I'm going to keep this one. Still really don't like this card, but guess it's fine. Opponent plays an island. We'll play out an island. Because why not? Opponent plays some red mana. That's a Beam Splitter Mage. Okay, fair enough. We'll play out a land, play out our Resolve. Get some surveilling. Found an Ocean Rain that I can put around the top. Opponent plays a tap land. Gets in for 2. Not for 2. Okay. Well, we will play a land. Play out our no. Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's any female cards in this format. Play our Notion Rain. Surveil a little bit. I think the island can probably go to the yard. We do want the agent though. The agent's pretty good. You're a poisoner. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain. Considering your options. Gains control of our Resolve. Great. It's ridiculous. Cast our Dark Blade Agent. Cast our Poisoner. Pass the turn. Yeah, we'll block our agent with their mage, and we will block Resolve with our 1/1. They don't have pump spell, so they're gonna board wipe us. Sweet. Fire Urchin, because why not? We'll bounce the Resolve back to our hand. Find a Blood Operative, which is pretty good, so we'll leave it on top. And we'll play out a Burglar Rat to eat one of the last 2 cards from the opponent's hand. They discarded Unexplained Disappearance. Tap down our creature. Get in for 4. We'll play out our Blood Operative. We will exile the Connive/Concoct from their yard. Just don't want to deal with that. No attacks. Opponent plays a land. Cast their City Watch Sphinx. Sure. Turn passes the turn. Cannot find mana apparently. Cast my Whisper Agent. So if I can find some green mana on top, I cannot, so that can go in the yard. Really need green mana here. No attacks. Only gonna get in for 5. Down to 5. Find Enhanced Surveillance. We'll go to combat. Swing him for 3. Opponent gonna trade for Fire Urchin, which is good. We'll play out our Lizav. Find our green. We're not going to pay 3 life because then we'll be dead. We still might just be dead, to be fair. But we shall see. We'll get a sonic assault. Tap down our creature, dealing us 2. So right now, if nothing else changes, opponent gonna keep our guy tapped down. Sure, that's fine. Go to attackers. Swing in with the team. Go to blockers. We'll block our 1/1 to their 2/2 so we don't die. The sorcery because it's a terrible card. It's our turn. Play out the green mana. Play our Uprising. Have Lizav fight their flyer. Gives us a turn. We are not going to attack though, because we can't. We still are nowhere near out of the woods, but at least we're not dead either. That's the game. But fair enough, opponent got there. Just was not fast enough to keep up with the opponent. Too much damage too quickly. We'll claim our prize. We wound up getting 2 packs. It's pretty good. Let's open those packs up, see what we get. We find ourselves a Knight of Autumn, and we find another Swiftblade Vindicator. Cool. Not terrible. We'll do another draft because that went by pretty quick because we did so poorly. Chromatic Lantern. I think I do need those. Let's see. All menu cards. Cool. Oh my god, what's happening? Chromatic Lantern. We need 1 more, so that'll make our playset. Cool. So we'll take that. A lot of good cards here, but gotta take the rare because I still need it. Price of Fame is a really great removal card in this format. It's an instant. It surveils. It destroys a creature. It only costs 2 if you choose a legendary creature. Definitely gonna take that. What do we want here? Veiled Shade I like a lot. Lurcher's not bad, but I don't know if I want to commit to green-black just yet. Burglar Rat's fine. You want to take Shade here? Rat's fine. I like Dissident. I like Radical Idea. And Sabotage is not terrible. I think I'll take the Idea for now. Here, another Shade. There's Unexplained Disappearance. Vapors. I think Shade's probably fine. It's a good pickup. Notion Rain's a great card. Child of Night, not bad. I feel like I always draft the same deck, man. I actually really like Silent Dart. I like it better than Dazzling Lights or Vapors. So we're going to take the Dart. Enhanced Surveillance is pretty good, considering we're going down the Surveillance route again. Plaza's not terrible. Barrier Bones is another Surveil card. I'll take the Bones. Here, nothing really for us. Might go into red. Sonic Assault's not the worst if we're in a more aggro-y deck. Not a lot of cards in our current colors in these, but we'll keep it going. Altitude's fine, I guess. There's another courier. Actually, this card's really good. Not really anything we're going for, but... And a recluse. If we do decide to go into green, that is a good card. This card is insane. There's nothing that even compares. Definitely taking the first one here. The card just does so much. Surveilling, trampling, flying. Can close out the game very quickly if you let it. Darkblade Agent, good pickup for the Surveil deck. Here, you've got a Guildgate, green-black one. The Assassin's fun. Disappearance. Don't think I want to go into green just for the Assassin, so I think Disappearance is probably where we want to be. Creeping Chill, not bad. Nothing else too exciting here. Could take a Locket if we really want, kind of off-color Locket if we really want to. I think we'll take the Creeping Chill for now. Another Shade. We're already at 2. I could probably take one more. It's also the Guild Gate to consider, but I'll take the Shade for now. It's probably the max amount of shades unless I find some free ones. Lurcher's not bad. Another Lurcher and a Child of the Night. This will be our second Child of the Night. I'll take that. Another Lurcher and a Pass Wall. We'll take the Lurcher. Lurcher's a good close out the game card. I'll take some fixing here. Like I said, 3 shades is probably enough. So we'll take the Guild Gate. Another Enhanced Surveillance. That is a lot. Sure. Might not be running all of them, but I liked it better than the rest of the cards in the pack. This card's kind of silly. Not really seeing anything else here, so we'll take it. There's another one if I want it. Sure, why not? A lot of weird endings for each of these packs. I've already got 23 cards. I think one of them is a land right now. Yeah, one land. So we basically have a deck already built. If need be, if we don't get anything else. Do we need another Legion War Boss? Let's find out. If not, then this Nightveil Spectre or Nightveil Sprite is pretty good in the Surveil deck. Let's see. Legion War Boss. We have 4 of them, so we don't need it. We'll rejoin the draft. Sprite's pretty good. Radical Idea, not a bad pickup. I think I'm going to take the Sprite. Ooh, Divine Visitation. Besides that, Darkblade, great. House Guild Mage, pretty good. Let's see if we got Divine Visitations. Divine Visitation. We have 3, so this will be our 4th one. Cool. Wish I could run it, but just a good pickup for us. Another good pickup for the Surveil deck, Whispering Snitch. Just incidental damage / life gain. Here we've got Informant, kind of slows the board down. Another Notion Rain is definitely where we want to be at, though. Only thing we again couldn't find is the Disinformation Campaign, which, as you probably saw, just kind of takes over games. We'll take the Prey Upon. It's a pretty good card. Here, nothing for us. The best card here is the Guild Mage. Guess we'll take the Stroke. I don't know if we're going to run it, but we will take it. Dissident's not horrible. Another Prey Upon here. Do I want another Prey Upon? Do I want either of these cards, really? Guess we'll take the Dissident. Don't think I really play either of those now. Already thinking of taking out the one we already have in our deck. And again, some good late Mentor cards. This guy is pretty neat. And this Mentor ability is really strong along with the guy that can become a flyer. Take the Mentor creature. I'm not going to play it, but we do have it. I'll take the Plaza just for a little bit more fixing. Silent Dart, pretty good. This is the best card in the pack. I'm not going to play it, but it is the best card. I hate this card. Take another shade. We're up to 4 shades. Might have to cut 1 or 2. Sure, just some cards to pick out. Cool. Picked up a whole bunch of cards we didn't have. Yeah, definitely cutting at least 1 shade. Don't think we need Mood Mark. What else should we be cutting? We need to cut 4 more cards. Prey Upon, Dissident. I'll keep the Lurchers in. Actually, cut the Lurchers, and that would be... But I like the Lurchers to kind of close out the game. Put down 1 Surveillance and the Maximize Altitude and keep the deck like that. Not too bad for a splash between the Guild Gate and the Gateway Plaza, so I think we're fine with having the 2 Lurchers at the top end being our only green cards. So we'll keep it like that. Into the game. Up against the Najani. Our Fox, the Black Fox. Cool. Oh, we also have the Chromatic Lanterns. Sure, this hand's fine. I forgot I left this in, to be honest. It's actually not terrible, though. It's a little bit of mana ramp. But if you are drafting Chromatic Lanterns, it's probably not where you want to be. Ooh, it's the aggro deck, apparently. We'll play a land. Opponent plays a land. Ixalan lands, apparently. Down to 19, opponent up to 21. Runs out of 2-1, sure. We'll play at a land, play our Child of Night. That's turn. Opponent going to combat. I wonder if they make the creature fly. They do not. I will offer the trade here. No reason not to. Opponent does trade, so we go down to 20. Opponent up to 22. Opponent plays out a 1-3, and we just keep drawing lands. It might be the death button. Really love to find whole mess of cards. Really don't want to play these Lurchers as 3/3s. Will if need be, but I prefer to play them as something bigger. Opponent knocks us down to 18. Find a Dark Blade Agent, which is pretty good. I'm actually kind of hoping the opponent kills it so we can find some Surveil stuff to pump it. Play at a swamp, so it doesn't even count, even though everything counts for any color. Opponent swings for creatures, taking us down to 16. Opponent plays down to 2/2. Passes. We find a shade. So we'll play a land, go to combat, swing him for 2. Assume no blocks from the opponent. Opponent down 22. Play our shade. Shade resolves. Opponent gonna get him for 4, take us down to 12 probably. Really wish I had my Price of Fame now to deal with some creatures on the opponent's side. Also can turn our agent on. Opponent gonna get in for 4. We can't block any of it. Knock us down to 12. Plays out a 1-1, sure. My turn. All of our cards that care about surveil and none of the surveil cards. This is an awkward hand. We're swinging for 4. Pump our guy a little bit. I don't think I want to play a lurcher still. Get him for 6. Take the opponent down to 17. Play out our snitch. Hopefully we can find some whatchamacallits. Some surveil cards here before too much longer. Otherwise, I think the opponent has it. Opponent plays out a land, which is going to speed up the opponent's clock. I'm going to go to 5 here, probably. Unless the opponent plays something. Opponent doesn't activate, we go to 7, which still puts us at dead next turn unless we draw something. See what the opponent does, though. Opponent going to combat. Considering their options. Still considering their options. Gonna get him for 2. We can sure. Opponent plays out a siege worm. Find a veiled shade, which puts us. That's 8. We're not just dead. Play out my shade. Pass the turn. Need to find surveil cards desperately. Opponent probably gonna swing in with at least a 5/5. And, oh, swinging in with everything. Fair enough. They're gonna do their 5/5 flying, sure. Go to blockers. Block their 2/2 with our 2/2. We can both pump. It'll take the opponent's turn, which is fine with us. This opponent just has pump spell here. They do, and that'll do it. Throw up the good game. Pump our guy a little bit. Just couldn't find our surveil cards that game, and it did cost us. Opponent reading stuff for some reason. Still deciding what to do even though the game's over. Number 10. Sounds like a plan. Not a great showing. We'll keep it going. Really wish I had some blue mana, but not the worst hand in the world, so we'll keep it. Find a radical idea we can't cast. Cast our dart. Really need to find some blue mana here. Opponent plays a harpooner, which if we can find some lands is going to be a big deal. Okay, we did find a land, so we'll play it and we will back it. Draw a card, it's another land, good to go. We actually spend next turn playing a swamp and then killing their harpooner. Opponent takes it from 3 down to 17. Chamber Sentry. A 5 color? Oh man. Okay. That's 4 mana to activate that. Fair enough. We'll play out our Darkblade Agent and pass the turn. They play out a 1/2 and draw a card. Opponent gonna swing in for 3. No blocks. We'll play a land. Play out our Notion Ray. Surveil some. Draw some. Give our guy Death Touch. Do we want another land? Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll draw both of those. Take 2. Give our guy Death Touch. Swing in for 2. The opponent wants to double block and trade. That's fine by me. Okay, we'll kill both the opponent's creatures. Opponent plays a land and a Rhizome Lurcher. We'll play a land, play out our Shade, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Plays out another Lurcher. Go to blockers. Block their 3/2 with our 2/2. And bounce the Lurcher back to the hand. Hand Surveillance. It's fine, I guess. Trade with their 3/2. Player Lurcher. Player Enhanced Surveillance. And pass the turn. plays a 4-3. Fine. Goes to combat, swings in for 4. We will trade. My turn. Play out a 1-2 that surveils every time it attacks. Pass to combat. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to attackers. We will attempt to kill their 4-3. Four, 3 down. Probably gonna play a big lurcher now. Makes sense. Play a 7-7 lurcher. Play out a child tonight. Passes the turn. We found a Price of Fame, which we will cast. 7-7. Surveil 4. Okay, I want all of these except for the land. Leave our 2 Child of Knights on top. And sure, we'll cast our Radical Idea, discarding the Shade. Draw our Child of Knight, sure. No attacks. Pass the turn. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have all 5 colors in their deck. Opponent plays a land. Okay. Goes to attackers. I will offer the trade here. Opponent plays another gigantic. Sure. Go to my turn. Play a child. Well, I guess I'll play a Notion Rain first. Play a Notion Rain. Found a swamp, so we'll take that. Island and Barrier Bones can go away. Take 2 down to 7. Play a land. Play a Child of Knight. Play a land. And pass the turn. Down to 15 cards in our deck. And there is another Rhizome Lurcher lurking in there somewhere. Just gotta get to it. Opponent plays a Trooper. And a Undercity Necrolisk. Opponent goes to attackers, swings in with their 9-9. We will block with a 2-1, go back up to 9. Go to my turn. Found a Creeping Chill. Play out our Veiled Shade and pass the turn. No attacks. Combat. Opponent swings with the team. We'll pass the blockers. Block our child to their lurcher. Block our shade to their 3/3. Pump our shade twice. Pass the damage. Back up to 9. Opponent loses their 3/3. Pass to my turn. Find a land. That's not great. Cast our Creeping Chill. Take the opponent down to 19. We go back up to 12 and pass the turn. Who plays a troll? He's just gonna murder us. Past the blockers, we will attempt to eat their trooper. We'll pump our shade. Down to 3. My turn. Play a land. Play our snitch. And we do not have enough black mana to win. We'll pass, but this game feels over. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent's gonna exile a creature from the yard. Yeah, this feels over. I'm just like a mana or two shy from being able to trade with this maybe, but it's not gonna be enough here. Opponent discards a creature, pumps their troll, goes to combat, swings in, past the blockers, we'll block here, block here, we'll pump this twice. We're down to 1, but like I said, I don't really have anything in the deck that gets us out of this. And there's black mana. Not that it would matter because they pumped that too much. Throw out the good game, and we will concede. So far, pretty bad, but keep it going. Get at least one more game in. I think we can go on a winning streak now, though. That'd be pretty cool. One's a Teferi, Sergeant Swagger 33. Hand's not terrible. Wish it had some Surveil, but I will keep it. Opponent plays Forest. We'll play a land, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. We'll play a land, pass the turn. Oh, sorry, we'll play our child. Got me a child in my hand. Opponent plays a Plains and plays a 1/2. Sure. We'll play a land, play out our agent. No attacks. Opponent plays a land. Plays a 2/2 Death Toucher. Fight, sure. Okay, we find a shade, but we'll cast Notion Rain to start things off. Surveil a little bit. Really want to find lands here, I think. So we're going to put both those in the yard. Try to find some lands. Okay, we found a land. We'll play a land for a turn and pass the turn. No attacks. We'll cast a Radical Idea. See if we can find a land. We cannot. We'll play a Snitch. Turn. Attacks. Good luck on the lands from this game. Opponent finds a Poisoner. Find a land, so we will play our land. We'll play a Lantern. And I'll play a Shade. Swinging with my 2/1 now, I think. Opponent probably interfered with the 1/2, that's fine. Opponent gonna search for a forest. We'll play out our dart. Attempt to kill their 1/1. Down. Get in for 3. Opponent down 17. Opponent plays at a 6/6. We'll play a land. Play a 2/2. Hit the opponent for 3. Gain 3. No attacks. Opponent plays out a rat. We will discard our shade. This is a severed strand. We'll take one of our shades. It's fine. Opponent attacks for 6. We have no blocks. We're down to 17. We'll play out a land. Go to combat. Swing in the team. We have access to 8 mana, so we'll pump our shade once. Pump our shade one more time. Hit him for 5, down to 10. Play out a 7/7. Pass back to the opponent. Opponent considering their options. Sacrifices their card. Goes Hellbent. We'll go to combat. 1, 2, 3. So we can palm 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We'll swing in. That's my radical idea now, I guess. Find a child tonight. We can pump this. 4. Yeah, we'll take 5 for this turn. Down to 11. Recast our child tonight. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a poisoner, sure. Really like where I'm at, so I think we're just gonna get the poisoner out of the way. Surveil 2. Hand surveillance is fine. Get rid of the other land. And the opponent scoops it up. Yeah, the opponent was on a 2-turn clock there. Probably not too many things they could have drawn to get out of that. So we did manage to win a game, so that's good. Get some more experience, some more gold. Keep it going. Arena being very slow to load up. Very slow. What's going on, Arena? Come on. You can do it. Promise you. I have faith in you. There we go. Oh man, this is not good. Okay, well, we're up against someone who is legitimately good at drafting, so that's not good. Say hello to the opponent. Throw a land. A dog. Fox, rather. Playing red, eh? So aggro-y things. Got it. Play a tap land. Tap down our island. Opponent 2/1. Sure. We'll play a land. Play out our shade. Pass the turn. Opponent swinging for 2. No blocks. Play a land. Play a Child of Night. Play a Night Veil Sprite. Swinging for 2. Knock the opponent down to 18. Opponent plays a land. There's an ornery goblin. We'll trade our 1/2 for their 2/1. Seems like this is probably going to be a race type of fight. Play a land. Go to combat. Blocks or becomes blocked. Deals 1 damage to that creature. Okay. We're not swinging in with our 2/1. We'll swing in with our shade. No blocks from the opponent. Stick down 16. Play out another shade. Pass the turn. Really need some more black mana here. Opponent passes. Try another shade. We'll go to combat. Swinging for 4, leaving up our 2/1. Opponent block now. They do. We're gonna trade for our shade here. Sure. They have a trick, I guess. Trick. 2. Sounds good. Part of me is worried they're gonna have some type of board wipe. I think I'm just gonna cast my Creeping Chill here. Knock the opponent down to 11. We go back up to 21, just in case the opponent has something that deals. Yep, that's kind of what I was worried about. That's why I didn't want to play my Child of Night into that. Play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Make it 3. Knock the opponent down to 8. Cast the Child of Night. Cast the turn. Opponent plays a Guild Mage. And follow-up? No follow-up. Okay, that's good. We'll go to combat. Swing in with the team. Opponent gonna trade for our 2/1. We'll cast our Radical Idea right now. Find a Notion Rain. Pump our 4. Put the opponent dead next turn unless they find some way around our board. Trade with their Guild Mage. And does the opponent have anything? Opponent tapping some mana. We got a Leapfrog, which is fine. We draw a tap land. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent blocks the 3/1, so we'll pump. And we'll pump. Opponent gonna make their creature big, that's fine. Still gonna trade. Play a tap land and pass the turn. Opponent plays a 2/2, sure. My turn. We'll play a Veiled Shade. Cast a Notion Rain. Silent Dart and Swamp is fine. play a land, play the dart, pass the turn. Still got the threat of lethal on the table. Opponent gonna kill our shades with their command storm. Let's cast our Notion Rain, see what we can draw. Don't think we need another land. I'll leave the Disappearance on top. Down to 17. Activate the dart. Kill the Electromancer. Play out another dart. Opponent apparently just missing their land drops like crazy. We're not going to play the land so we can discard it to our radical idea. Opponent found a land. Plays on a surveillance. Doom Whisper is a good draw. So we will cast our Doom Whisper. Opponent with the counterspell. Cast our radical idea. Discarding our island. Drawing. Drawing a barrier of bones. Okay. Cast our barrier of bones. Do some surveilling. Find a Whispering Snitch. It's not the worst. We'll keep it on top. We can close out the game slowly. Plays a land. There's a Crackling Drake. Gonna draw a card. There's a Glaive. We'll play at our Snitch. And pass the turn. Opponent gonna play a Locket. Going to attackers. We'll attempt to bounce the Crackling Drake end of turn. Opponent considering their options. Presumably they have a counterspell in hand. Do. Puts a whole bunch of cards back in the deck. Go to my turn. Just drawing lands now. I guess we are kind of due to have something bad happen after all the luck we've had this game so far. Pass the turn. No attacks. Tapping and untapping. Oh, it gives it vigilance too. That's a relevant text line, isn't it? Wow, that's pretty good. Opponent gonna get him to 3, take us down to 14. We still have to draw something. We draw more lands. Guess we give what we wish for, eh? No attacks, pass the turn. Down to at least 11 this next turn. Opponent getting 3. 11. Play a Sphinx. Pass to our turn. Find an enhanced surveillance. Cast that. Pass the turn, and we are in quite bad shape right now. Opponent says good game. We'll throw it back. And I feel like that's it. Yep. Opponent gonna jump start. And that's the game. that's 13. Good game. So, pretty bad showing. Okay, we will claim our prize. We got 100 more gems and a pack of Guilds of Ravnica. So let's open that up. And we find Response Resurgence. Okay, guys, well, that's going to do it for me tonight, I think. When does this event actually end? So my timer's all kind of screwed up. Maybe we should do this real quick. Yeah, we'll play this real quick. Let's see, what are our two options? We got the Royal Scions. Let's see what that looks like. Is this a Brawl event? No, this is a Destruct event. Ooh, it does have Chandra. I like Chandra. I think Chandra's fun. So a 7 Dwarves deck. Okay, this looks fine. And the other deck is... It's got the nice sliver sleeves, though. Some type of mono black deck. Sure, we'll go with the mono black. Okay, so we'll play the Sir Conrad deck. Let's get this, play this real quick. These decks were crafted around either a legendary creature or planeswalker who will serve as your... Oh, so it is commander. That's pretty cool. I don't know what this means, but I'll play it. Play Sir Conrad. Sure, we'll give it a try. Which I don't think his hand does anything. Is that a bad thing? I feel like the other deck might be better, if I'm being honest. We'll still give it a try. Look at these sweet swamp arts, though. Look at that. That beautiful card. Whew. Beautiful. Really love these full art lands they did for Theros. The rest of the art, take it or leave it. But I do love these full art swamps. I'm going to mulligan this. This hand looks a lot better. Gutter Bones, some early game removal, Underworld Charger does stuff. And these cards work well with Sir Conrad. So we'll play a land, play our Gutter Bones, and pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. What do they got? They got the cat sleeves? Oh, okay, that's pretty cute. They got the sliver sleeves. Opponent has the trophy. I think I'm supposed to have the trophy here. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent gonna kill our Gutter Bones. Sure. I want to take him back. I don't think that I do, so we're just gonna pass. So maybe that was a mistake. We'll see. Opponent can cast the Royal Scion. Sure.
It seems we've encountered another hurdle on our quest. I enjoyed the proper application of knowledge.
Go to our turn. We'll play out our Woe Strider. Make an 0-1. And pass turn. Okay, opponent uses an Improbable Alliance.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Opponent gets to make a 1/1. Yeah, these two in their hand, pretty good. Pretty good. Opponent plays a land and plays the 7 dwarves. That's my turn. I'll play a land. I'll play a Myers Grass, get rid of their dwarves. Next I'll go to combat and swing 3 at the Royal Scions. Probably gonna get blocked by their 1/1. Maybe they're just gonna take it, I don't know. Opponent carefully considering their options. You're gonna take 3.
I need a hand, Will.
We'll cast our Omen. Take back our Gutter Bones. We'll cast Gutter Bones. Why not? Pass the turn. Opponent.
My plan is crystallizing.
Draw and discard plan. Yeah, having improbable alliance is ridiculous. Discarding Spark, right? Opponent's gonna play out their 4/3. And another 7 dwarves. My turn. Play a land. Cast our finale. Guess we can hold finale. Maybe it's just Sir Conrad time. Play out Sir Conrad. Go to combat. Swing for 5 at their Royal Scions. Opponent reading a whole bunch of cards. Gonna block our 2/1 and our 3/2. Sure. Opponent gonna lose their life. Reading some cards. Playing a land. And some big and red. There's Sean.
I need some kindling.
Okay, fair enough.
You look flammable enough.
Gonna take that and give us a thing.
Bravery galvanizes any plan.
Sure. Opponent just kill our Sir Conrad here? That's the real question. They want to kill Conrad.
Glad I can help with your not being on fire problem.
Put him back in the command zone. Opponent attempts to get him for 8. We will feed the giant. We'll play a land. Play our charger. And pass the turn. Opponent taking up.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
Still can't actually kill this. Opponent gonna exile our charger. Great. Opponent ticking up, pumping their doors. We'll just kill the 4/3 here. 3 down.
Fear is a tool. Use it.
We find a witch's vengeance. We can keep it going, but I feel like the opponent's got it. We're gonna throw out the good game and go to game 2. So we'll concede. Yeah, Chandra down along with the Royal Scions, and not enough removal on our side. Definitely, game's just over. Ooh, we got a new goal. White or black spells. Oh, we definitely picked the right deck for that. So we'll keep it going. I feel like the other deck might be better, but I don't know. This is just not useless deck. Auto pairs us against the other deck, or if it's just if everyone else is just picking the other deck. I don't know. Mess with their cat. Cat growls at us. We really should have done this card as Mawu for War of the Spark. Okay, we got a whole bunch of black mana. Sounds good. Beat to extinction. Some removal for their commander, if we can find one more mana. And Nyx Lotus might be relevant too. I like this hand. Opponent plays blue mana. We found a Thirsting Shade. So we'll play a land, play a Thirsting Shade. Pass the opponent. Opponent has probably an opt. Nope, just passing. Opponent plays red mana. Pass the turn. Play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent down 24. We're up to 26. Cool. We'll play our Reaver. Opponent might have the counter, but we'll play off turn just to avoid it. And Reaver is definitely something I'm willing to lose. Opponent considering their options. Bounce the token back to our hand. Opponent plays a Shadow Spear. Lifelink. Ooh, opponent missed a land drop, eh? That's rough. We'll play out a land. We'll play a Yara. Opponent will lose a life, we'll gain a life. Then we'll go to combat and swing it for 2. Opponent down to 21, we're up to 28. Still need to find more lands for us too. Opponent found a good land. Place a block. Follow up, they do not. Block gets a counter. We draw a Murderous Rider. We'll play out our Fen Lurker, take a card out of the opponent's hand, deal them 1. Opponent down to 20, we're up to 29. Opponent thinking hard about what they want to exile. There goes their unsummon. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2, putting us up to 30. Activate Yara. Sack our 1/2. Draw a card. Really want to find a land here. We found a 4-mana Farika's Spawn. Okay, fair enough. We will pass the turn. Can always cast Omen and take back our Reaver, which I think we will do next turn. Opponent plays a land. Thinking over their options again. Opponent plays out a Cavalier. We'll cast our Omen now. Take back our Reaver. Opponent drawing some cards, putting some cards back. We are the ones that are getting mana screwed now, though, so not in a great position. Definitely just need to get rid of this on our next turn. We did not find our land again. They cast their Swift End, killed their Cavalier. We preferred to exile it. This works just fine. I'm just going to shuffle it in. Draw a couple cards. Or scry a couple cards, not draw a couple cards. We'll go to combat, swing in for 2, go up to 29, opponent down to 16. We'll activate our Yara, sack our... probably our Thirsting Shade, the other one's easier to pump. Not super worried about the incidental life gain. We did manage to find our 4th land, which is good. Opponent plays the land. Who's the opponent
Fun and games until someone gets hurt. I adore an audience.
Opponent taking over their turn. We find a land. Means I think it's time for Sir Conrad. Opponent could have the counter here. Fair enough. Opponent does not, so they're gonna lose a life. We can't gain life though. We'll go to combat. I think we're just gonna pass. No attacks. End turn. Opponent plays a Brazen Borrower. Sure. After 3/3. Or 3/1, not 3/3. This card is so much loyalty, man. Opponent makes it 1/1.
The more, the messier.
Opponent equips their Shadow Spear, sure. So we're gonna start gaining some life. That's really the big problem here. Opponent gets in for 4. Okay. Play a Dungeon Geist. Tap one of our creatures down. What do they go with? You're gonna go with Sir Conrad? Sure, it's fine. Go to my turn. Midnight Clock is fine. Which is Cottage, eh? We'll play a Nightmare Shepherd. Opponent loses life. Go to combat, swing in for 1 at Tibble. Opponent can trade, can just block if they want. Opponent does want to block, sure. Sounds good. Opponent gets to deal 1 to something. Deal 1 to us. Sir Conrad shoots the opponent for 2. We will take the action and exile it. We're gonna take 1 more. 2 more. And exile a card from their hand. Play our land. Not gonna put the card back on top of my deck, but we will play a Lazotep Reaver. The opponent loses 2 more life. And pass the turn. Clock up to 8. Oh man. Opponent thinking over their options. Cast their Royal Scions. Sure.
Hold steady your mind, Rowan.
And I will inspire your heart.
I'm gonna take up on their Brazen Bar.
Charge.
Gain some more life. Sure. Get in for 6. Take us down to 18. No blocks. Sure. Up to 18. Pass the damage. Nothing happens. Opponent quasi duplicates their dungeon guys. Sure. They target our Ayara, eh? Activate her. Sack our Sir Conrad. Put him into the graveyard. We will exile him. Put him back into the command zone. Make a copy of Conrad. Sure, gets a counter. We find our Liliana, eh? Liliana's pretty good. Cast our Liliana.
Let us march into battle and make new comrades.
Play a land. Go to combat. Swing everything but our Nightmare Shepherd at their Tybalt. Taking Tybalt down. Okay, Tybalt down. We get to deal 1 to something. Opponent loses 1. We draw a card.
Death is in life. Waste not,
Another
want
card.
not.
Played our Cauldron Familiar. Opponent loses 2. We gain 2. Take our Liliana down.
A little death never hurt anyone.
Sack our 1/2 and our cat. Gonna get to draw 2 cards. Opponent also has to sacrifice 2 creatures. Probably their dungeon guys. Ooh, they give up on their flyer, eh? We will exile our... Oh, I didn't need to exile the cat. That's fine. We'll also exile our Azatep Reaver.
They were allowed to
Ooh, a
fight
whole bunch of life.
later.
Opponent considering their options. Play the While I duplicate, copying their dungeon guys. Gonna probably tap down our shepherd so they can get in at our Liliana.
Fear is a tool. Use it.
Chandra.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer. Find your fires of passion within.
Take down Liliana. Cast an arcane signet. Play our land. What do I want to do here? Cast Eat to Extinction on their dungeon guys. Banner is fine. Opponent loses one. Attack 2 at the Royal Scions and 2 at the opponent. And that sounds good.
You have the heart of a coward.
Opponent gets to draw 7 new cards. Not ideal, but it's fine. This Shadow Spear, man. Lifelink, eh? Opponent plays a land. Lifelink's such a boring ability. It makes the game so much longer. Opponent can tick up here, equip their Shadow Spear.
And charge.
They have a 6/4, so they take us back down to 18.
We can do this together.
Do they swing in? They do swing in. So we're down to 18. But unless they have something to follow up, looks like we're going to be able to get in for a good chunk of damage at their walkers. Exile our Ayara, which is not good. Play out our banner. On black. Play out our Sir Conrad. Go to combat. She's at 6. This is at 8. So 5, 8, 3. 7. Take down their planeswalkers. Oh. 3, 4. Oh, I had lethal. Gosh darn it. Well, that was dumb. Had lethal. And missed it. Well, here we are. Should have attacked the opponent. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Definitely was not a misplay on my part. Oh, buddy. Oh, great. Chandra.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation.
Does she attempt to board wipe here is the question. Because if she does, I think the opponent might lose.
Utterly
She's gonna
is the
exile our
best way to
5/4,
destroy
sure.
things.
4/4. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? I think I'm going to start off casting spawn. And then casting... I guess I can wait on that. So this is at 2. So we're going to go to combat. Swing this at it. Swing this at it. Just for good measure, we're going to swing this at it. We're going to swing the rest of these at the opponent. See what gets in. Really want to get Chandra off the table. She is a huge nuisance. Well, the opponent's going to leave the Sir Conrad on the table, eh? Okay, fair enough. Down, opponent also gonna lose a life, and actually gonna lose a life. Back down to 10. Nice combo. We will cast Drill Bit. See what's in the opponent's hand. Hopefully see like 4 lands. Well, we'll get rid of the dungeon, guys. Opponent loses a life. Down to 9. We will cast our Foulmire Knight for its adventure. Card. Find a swamp. Knight. Pass the turn. So the opponent has to find something this turn or they are just dead. They get to replay the Royal Scions. They can also get a redraw here. But they do have to find something. Either this card or the Royal Scions. Looks like they didn't find it in that card.
I lead the way.
So you dig
but my
one
brother
deeper with
leads
Royal
the way.
Scions probably. Be my guess. Yep. See if they can find something.
Let us plan for the
They
trials
draw a
ahead.
card. Okay. Didn't immediately scoop, so maybe they found something. Play out a mountain. Play a Tibble. I don't think Tibble
The only thing to fear
could be
is-
wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're
Every-
still close.
Oh, they're so cute.
You go up to 13. I guess they're not just dead, but they are close. Lay out a land. Go to combat. We're going to swing the crew at the opponent. Everything. Let the opponent figure out how they want to block. I'm just gonna block our Sir Conrad. Go up to 13. Take 2, 5, 7, 11, 12. This doesn't work, opponent. You're going to lose. Have to change the way you're blocking. You have to block my 4/4. I think even with that, you still... No, you're going to live by 1. But we get to activate certain Conrad a whole bunch. Hopefully hit some creatures. No creatures. Go again. No creatures. Go again. No creature. We'll just go for broke. Do it again. No creatures. Do it one more time. 1 creature. Opponent down to 7. Goes up to 11. Activate him again. What did we lost? 2. So we do one more time. Sweet. Hit 2 creatures. Opponent down to 5. We'll throw up the good game. I think that does it. Game. Okay, well, thank you to anyone who's still watching for joining me, and I think that's going to do it for me for the night. Ooh, we'll open up our pack real quick. It's going to be, whatchamacallit, probably. Gems, probably, but here we go. Pack there, yep, 20 more gems, cool. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and, this has been Spuzzem TCG, and you guys have a good night.